All right, welcome to our tutorial of fractional exponents. So we're going to be using this idea of TIBO. TIBO stands for T, top, I, in, B, bottom, and O, out. Top, in, bottom, out. So if I have an exponent to a fraction, I'm going to have that base of my exponent be to top and then over a bottom. And the way that this is going to work out is these things are all fractional exponents are going to be equal to some form of a root. So I'm going to have my base, and remember, top goes in. So my top is inside, and my bottom is outside. I'll just write bot here. Let's go ahead and do this with an example. So let's actually use numbers. Example 1 here. We're going to have 4 to the 1/3. So again, I'm going to put my top inside and my bottom outside. So I'm going to take 4 to the 1 and a 3 outside. Let's go ahead and try this out. This is going to be 4 to the 1 is just 4 and 3. So this is looking for the cube root of 4, which is about as far as we can go. Now, if we had a different thing here, we could go farther. So let's go for example number 2. If I grab example number 2, I'm going to actually be taking 108 to the 1/3. Now again, let's go ahead and do my top and bottom out. I do 108. What root is going to be here? Top goes in, bottom goes out. So I'm looking for the cube root of 108. Now 108 can actually be split up. I'm going to look for the numbers, the most basic numbers that make up 108. So I'll divide by 2. 2 times 54 is 108. That's true. Now 54 I can break up into 6 times 9. So now I have 2 times 6 times 9 is 108. 6 I can break up again into a 2 times a 3, and 9 I can break up into a 3 times a 3. So now I'm going to get 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Let's go ahead and write that up back inside my root. Again, I'm going to take the cube root of this whole big string of numbers. Now, if you want to stop the video and confirm that this is true, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3, that is in fact going to be 108. Now, what I want to do is use this outside guy. This outside guy right here is looking for groups of 3, and I have a group of 3 right here. So I'm going to rewrite this with that group of 3 grouped together. So that's going to be equal to the cube root of 3 times 3 times 3 cube root. And then who is left over? These guys. So times the cube root of, and I'm out of room. Let's go ahead and do that down here. Let's rewrite this. Cube root of 3 times 3 times 3 times the cube root of 2. See, 2 times 2. Now this is going to get undone. This whole concept right here, this is 3 to the what power? I have 3 of them, so 3 to the 3rd power. If I'm taking the cube root of that, these two things are these get crossed out, leaving behind just the inside, just the 3, just this guy. So it's going to be 3 times the cube root of 2 times 2, which is going to be 3 times the cube root of 4, cube root of 4. Final answer here. I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time, see if we can get this a little clearer and without mistakes next time. Okay, so example 3. We're going to do, I'm going to take, let's do 4 to the 5/3. 4 to the 5/3. So top in, bottom out. We've got this so far. 5 goes in, 3 goes out. I can just rewrite this as 4 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is still the cube root. Again, I'm looking for stuff that is in groups of 3 here. So I have 3/4 here. So I could rewrite that as the cube root of 4 times 4 times 4. And then who's left over? These guys. The cube root of 4 times 4. Now this is 4 to the 3rd power. Cube root of that. These guys are going to cross out, leaving me behind with just my 4. 4 times what I had over here, which is going to be square root of 16, because 4 times 4 is 16. Now you think I was done. This actually looks pretty good. I already took something out, but I'm not quite done, because like the last example, I can break 16 up into more basic things. So 16 can be broken up into 4 times 4, and each one of these guys can be broken up into 2 times 2, 2 times 2. So this whole concept can be rewritten as 4 cube root of 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 cube root. And again, we've been over this. This 3 is looking for groups of 3. I have a group of 3 here. So I could rewrite this as 4 times the cube root of my first 3 2's, 2 times 2 times 2, times the cube root of this last guy. I have all of them I need, and these guys are going to come out. So this is going to be 4 times 2 times the cube root of 2. And that final label will be 8 times the cube root of 2. This will be my final answer. This is as far as I can go.